Guy Fieri, the self-proclaimed mayor of Flavortown, is one of the most recognizable figures in American media. With his spiked blonde hair, flame shirt, and famous catchphrases,
I want my mommy.
he has built a food empire that spans television, restaurants, and all of pop culture. Yet despite his success, Guy Fieri has experienced the ups and downs of public opinion, rising to fame as a beloved Food Network star before falling out of favor with the American public and becoming a punchline. So, today we've got to ask, why did we all start hating Guy Fieri? Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Weird History Food channel. After that, leave a comment and let us know what other culinary personalities we should dig into. Now grab your passport and pack your bags for Flavortown.
Let's go down to Flavortown. You see Andrew trying to kick me on Triple D?
So who is this guy? Guy Fieri is an American restaurateur, television personality, and author best known for his high-energy hosting style.
I'm Guy Fieri and we're rolling out!
Love of big portions and bleached hair. He was born on January 22nd, 1968 in Columbus, Ohio. But Fieri spent most of his childhood on the West Coast in picturesque Ferndale, California, a foggy, moody town famously seen in movies like Outbreak and The Majestic. It's here that his love for food and business came together. As a kid, he sold pretzels out of a small cart he built called, appropriately, the Awesome Pretzel Cart, with the goal to save money for studying abroad. In high school, he got that chance. He spent a year in France, where he fell in love with international cuisine. After earning a hospitality management degree from the University of Nevada, he worked in restaurant management before deciding to start his own culinary venture. In 1996, he co-founded Johnny Garlic's in Santa Rosa, California. The menu featured a mix of Italian-inspired dishes, wood-fired pizzas, seafood, and Fieri's soon-to-be famous twists on classic comfort food. The success of the first location led to multiple Johnny Garlic's restaurants opening across California. Over time, the brand expanded to include a sister restaurant, Tex Wasabi's, which fused Southern barbecue and sushi. We're not sure how or why.
My name's Guy Fieri. My friends call me Guido. You can now consider me your friend.
Guy Fieri's big break on Food Network came in 2006 when he won Season 2 of the Next Food Network Star. The competition series gave up-and-coming chefs a chance to earn their own show. Fieri's high-energy personality and signature hair made him an instant fan favorite. The Next Food Network Star became the Next Food Network icon.
Guys!
Guy's Big Bite was Guy Fieri's first ever Food Network show, premiering on June 25, 2006, right after he won the Next Food Network Star. It proved he wasn't just a TV personality. He could actually cook.
What do you think of that?
The show was a massive success, running for 13 seasons, making it one of Food Network's longest-running cooking shows. But Fieri wasn't just made for the kitchen. He was made for the road. A year after Guy's Big Bite debuted, Fieri zoomed to his next big project, diners, drive-ins, and dives, or as he affectionately calls it, Triple D. Traveling across America in his red Camaro, Fieri showcases small, family-owned restaurants, shining a light on hidden gems and Instagrammable menu items.
You guys ready for this?
Today, Triple D is still going strong, having featured over 1,500 restaurants and running for 50-plus seasons, solidifying it as one of the most successful food shows of all time. Fieri pulls double duty hosting Guy's Grocery Games, a fast-paced cooking competition set inside a real supermarket where chefs must race through aisles, shop for ingredients, and cook creative dishes while tackling food-related challenges. All while Fieri develops new and exciting ways to hide the fact that he's saying a countdown. Trust us, it makes sense when you watch it. As his TV career skyrocketed,
Boom, there it is.
Fieri didn't slow down. Using his previous restaurant experience with Johnny Garlic's and Tex Wasabi, he built a new massive restaurant empire, opening a variety of chains including Guy's American Kitchen and Bar, Flavortown Kitchen, and Guy's Burger Joint. Guy Fieri even collaborated with TGI Fridays in 2008 and 2009 as a spokesperson for the restaurant chain. Has any other human personified Friday like Guy Fieri?
You gotta check this out.
He briefly became the face of the brand, appearing in TV commercials and on menus promoting winning dishes from the Food Network show Ultimate Recipe Showdown. Soon after, other brands like Old Navy, Sam's Club, and Miller Lite flocked to embrace their Guy. But Fieri's biggest contribution to society isn't a giant sandwich, it's a catchphrase. Flavortown, much like Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, isn't a place, but an idea, a state of mind, an appreciation for fun, creativity, and culinary adventure. Fieri himself has described Flavortown as a metaphorical destination where people can embrace joy and flavor in life. It has inspired memes, fan art, and merchandise. But where did it come from? As the legend goes, Guy Fieri first coined the term Flavortown on an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. While visiting a pizza joint during a particularly long shoot, Fieri spontaneously described a massive pizza as looking like a manhole cover in Flavortown. Fieri said he often made jokes and weird observations to make his crew laugh on long shoots. Initially,
Flavortown, Flavortown.
Fieri didn't think much of it, saying he used the phrase about 5 or 6 times on the show.
Welcome to Flavortown.
However, the phrase quickly resonated with viewers, like a holy beckoning call to ascend to a higher, more flavorful plane of existence. Fans began writing in, approaching Fieri in public, and declaring themselves residents of this imaginary culinary paradise. Guy Fieri created a monster bigger than himself. But just like a massive pepperoni pizza, too much of a good thing can be bad. After years of being famous for big food and a bigger personality, Fieri started to see backlash for glorifying unhealthy eating habits and turning American cuisine into a caricature of itself. His Times Square restaurant, Guy's American Kitchen and Bar, became the war zone for this criticism when it opened in 2012. It was the target of a particularly savage restaurant review in the New York Times. Restaurant critic Pete Wells's scathing takedown went viral, calling out specific dishes like the awesome pretzel chicken tenders, which he apparently found far from awesome. He described the experience as psychedelically bad and questioned whether Fieri had even eaten at his own restaurant. Fieri snapped back, "Shut up! Shut up!" accusing Wells of having an ulterior agenda. Anthony Bourdain also joined the food fight. He appeared on a radio show and called Guy's American Kitchen and Bar a terror dome.
The Guy Fieri Terror Dome they just opened up.
The comments sparked a celebrity chef feud for the ages. Bourdain often mocked Fieri's hair, clothes, and cooking style, calling his restaurant a mix of TGI Fridays and Nickelback. He also criticized the restaurant's prices,
The French fries are like 12.
arguing it was inconsistent with the affordable food Fieri showcased on television. Fieri had his chance to fire back, and he took it. In an interview with GQ, he called out Bourdain for being a bully, saying, "I don't like him making fun of people, and I don't like him talking shit." The feud was settled, or at least made fun of, in 2012 during the roast of Anthony Bourdain at the New York City Wine and Food Festival. Guy Fieri appeared as a participant on the roast dais, getting the opportunity to make fun of a willing Bourdain to his face for charity. Guess for chefs, roast means a few different things. But for Fieri, the trouble kept coming. His endorsement deal turned sour with TGI Fridays after a clip of him refusing to say he enjoyed the chain's food went viral on TMZ. Which, come on, Guy, you're already in all the commercials. How hard is it to say it's good? Fieri also faced controversies on his show. In 2011, he was accused by David Page, a producer and creator of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, of making homophobic and sexually explicit comments while filming. The claim came in the midst of a bitter public lawsuit between Page and the Food Network, which had recently fired Page for contractual violations, including mistreating the show's staff and failing to deliver episodes on time. The lawsuit was settled out of court without Fieri's involvement, but the accusations didn't help his declining public image. Controversy after controversy piled up, but just like his famous donkey sauce, Fieri wasn't going anywhere. Guy Fieri's journey back to public favor wasn't just a comeback. It was a road trip straight through Flavortown with the top down.
Full throttle!
After years of being the butt of jokes and criticism, Fieri flipped the script like one of his famous burgers. Guy Fieri's boundless positivity is the key to his success, and he gives credit to his hippie parents for instilling his positive, carefree attitude. But he's leaned into his persona with self-awareness. You know that iconic flame shirt? Turns out Fieri hates it too, and he's willing to poke fun at his image, like the Harrison Ford of chefs. He also began to take a stand for helping everyday people. His most notable contribution came during the COVID-19 pandemic, when he helped raise over $25 million for restaurant workers who had lost their jobs. Most recently, Fieri helped feed first responders in the California wildfires. As he might say, that's not just money, that's money. Face it, it's hard not to like the guy. Despite any controversies, it's safe to say Guy Fieri is bigger than ever. Fieri's Flavortown persona has become a beloved cultural identity. Events like his Flavortown tailgate at the Super Bowl draw massive crowds, showcasing the devotion of his fan base. These gatherings highlight Fieri's ability to create a sense of community and celebration around food. However, even though most of America has welcomed him back, some viewers remain fatigued by Fieri's dominance on the Food Network. Critics argue that the network leans too heavily on him, sidelining other culinary voices in favor of his competition shows and other Guy-branded content. While Guy Fieri has largely maintained an apolitical public persona,
We're cool.
his brief interaction with President Donald Trump at UFC 290 invited further scrutiny into his life behind the cameras. For some fans, his charitable work and contributions to food culture outweigh any negative press, although an official government job called the National Ambassador to Flavortown has a nice ring to it. Ultimately, Fieri is a polarizing yet enduring food icon whose image has continued to evolve while still staying pretty close to the enthusiastic goofball with the bleached blonde spikes that caught everyone's attention on the next Food Network star. Guy Fieri built himself a deep-fried empire, and the chef is going to keep hitting up triple D's on his way to Flavortown no matter what people think.
Fantastic.
So what do you think? Do you find Fieri's food fuego? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out some of these other weird history food videos.